Home Show.
Kurt from Katy has a question about beachfront insulation.
He has this house, Tom, this beach house down in Galveston on the West End that was built by his dad and his grandfather back around 1956. This one has seen some weather. I mean, you think in 1956, it made it through Alicia. It made it through Ike. I know there's another one in there.
Well,
right?
there's more than that. But
right,
yes.
but I'm just saying.
I had one that was built in 1960. I had it for years. I loved it. It was just like that, just mine a little different shape. But those homes, we're looking for one on Padre now. But anyway, that's another point. Mm-hmm. Keep going, Charlie, because it just brings me home when I see these houses.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. All right. Kurt writes that there's no AC and there's no heat. Okay? And it's only what God provides on the beach, right? So therefore,
that I had. No.
Therefore, there's no insulation. I'm considering insulating under it to be a tad warmer in the fall and early winter since it can get a little soupy there. I'm afraid fiberglass could create a mold problem. So I'm considering XPS foam board in 2 layers, creating 2 air pockets covered by sheets of corrugated fiberglass. It would also cover my water lines, giving us a little added protection from average winter freezes, and it would also give us a nice finish on the ceiling under the house as we spend a lot of time outside. What do you think, Tom? Will this work?
Don't do it. Your father and what was it, your uncle? Somebody? They worked hard. Their grandfather on that house. Why do you think it still lasts? Since 1956. See how passionate I am about it? I am. The reason it lasted so long, no air conditioning, no heat, the whole house would always breathe. You don't have insulation. Insulation destroys homes. If you're going to air condition it, if you're going to do some different things, then we can talk a little bit different. But I'm going to address this exactly what you're doing. Don't insulate underneath the home. I'm going to give you one option to help one of your problems, but please, it'll last another 50 years. That's why it's still standing today. What, 70 years later, 60 years? You do the math. Anyway, I just love those old homes. There's going to be some historical reference to them someday, but it takes a few more 100 years. Anyway, trust me, if you want it to be finished underneath, use what is a pegboard. It's a masonite board with little holes in it that you've seen used in garages and stuff for hanging things. You can put that underneath, no insulation. Go ahead and trim it out and paint it so you have a finished ceiling with little holes so it breathes. It just, the moisture will get dewy, but it'll also dry out because you have the breezes under there. You know that's why we sit under those homes by the beach, is because the breezes accelerate. Have you ever thought about you're out in the sun, you don't feel the breezes much until you get under the house? When air cools and it gets under that house, it accelerates. And so it's a natural cooling process. It's also a natural drying process for under that home. I don't want you to pack it with insulation. You would notice no difference at all, and you could destroy the long life of that home and the reason it lasted so long now. And even, I'm going to end it with this, even if you put air conditioner in there, put a 5-ton unit, don't put any insulation, crank that puppy up when you want to in the summertime like I used to, just to stay cool, especially at night when you're sleeping. You know, it's not energy efficient, but it's a fantastic lifestyle, and the structure itself will last longer. I'm done.
The ushers will now pass among you with the plates.
I need a bag.
like man, Tom, you feel strong about that one. But I get it because, you know, like you're saying, this thing's lasted all this time. Why would you mess with it? I mean, just let it paint, put some new paint on it, and keep it, you know, take care of what's right.
Exactly. But the old homes in Galveston, you know, the old downtown homes or in town. There's no insulation. There's nothing. Those homes, they just need a paint and a little TLC. They're still standing. All these other new modern homes, they go blow down. They go everywhere. They get rotted. People have mold issues. And those old homes just keep drying out. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so leave it be.
Leave it be.
All right. So my stepdad just said, Charlie, just leave it be. So,
exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, and if you're not sure if it's broke and you want to know how to fix it, just go HomeShowRadio.com, click on that Ask Tom button, the blue button right there, and it'll take you to this page, and then you can decide whether you're going to send us a note, a video, or pictures, or what have you. We're happy to help you out, and it's for free. Tom likes to do these, and so we do one every day, Monday through Sunday. We post them at HomeShowRadio. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. It's been a long day. Anyway, you'll find him at HomeShowRadio.com, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. And I mentioned the other day, I want to repeat to you, you'll help us, everybody out. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, because that helps us make them more visible for other people.